Welcome to Vivid Life Radio. Join us at vividlife.me to tap into your ultimate life resource. Keep in touch through our weekly radio shows on Vivid Life Radio and stay connected through our Facebook and Twitter posts. You're listening to the Real Life Changes Show, and I'm your host, Roseanne. Our guest today is Lee Gerdes. The eclectic mix of Lee's education and his personal need to experience more happiness and less stress while being highly functional led him to research how the brain could be optimized for health and happiness. Brain State Technologies was located in Scottsdale, Arizona, with affiliate offices throughout the world.
It's strength and flexibility. It's strength of pattern. In other words, how quickly and evenly the pattern functional pattern activates, and its plasticity or flexibility, and how that pattern can change when it needs to fully. So, so it's strength and flexibility is what we're talking about in terms of neural patterning, which is no different actually than physical patterning in our bodies.
As a mother of a child with disabilities who also can't talk, that certainly speaks to me in loud volume there. So very interesting, very, very interesting.
Wow. May I ask what disability?
It's a nice long name, chromosome 8p inverted duplication.
Something I've never heard of.
No, not many people have. It's very rare.
It'd be very interesting to see the assessment pattern for that brain compared to 23,000 others.
Yes.
To see if we do see something significant, and if we did, then to try to train it to see if it would actually, move towards that self-regulation state.
Certainly got my curiosity going here, I have to say, Lee.
Yeah.
So after doing some fundraising to support our trip, we flew over a few months later to meet Lee and see what brain training could do for my son. The flights were long and tiring, but thankfully my daughter was there to help because even things as simple as eating and drinking are more complicated on an airplane. Once we arrived in Scottsdale, my little guy was completely exhausted, but by the next morning I was excited to see what brain training was all about. We started off the day early at Brain State Technologies for the assessment, which would determine which protocol we would be focusing on during the week, and then from there we would have 2 sessions per day, totaling 10 sessions over the 5 days. The great part is my son was able to play and even watch TV while going through the brain training.
And so this is the assessment, and we see a disparity or a difference here of, if we look up here, it's probably an average of about 65 on the right side, and down here it's about 20 or 15 or 20. So it's 400%, 300 to 400% difference. Now that was day one, and we then went into training that in day one. And today we see a difference of approximately 0.1%. So we've gone from 300% to 0.1%, roughly 300x. And he did that in one day.
That's fabulous.
Now what you'll see from this process is that you'll see the beginning of emotion start to happen, and that's both some good and some not so good.
Yes, yes.
But I can say it's all good for me, the brain trainer. For the parent, it's not always.
Yes. So we've been noticing a little bit of it.
But you celebrate what you have, right?
Absolutely.
And we celebrate this. Excellent. So now this afternoon already, we didn't think we'd be able to start it till tomorrow.
Right.
But because of this, we've succeeded here totally.
Oh, okay.
And we'll be able to start today to see if we can start activating patterns for understanding and speaking.
Oh, that's fabulous news.
So it's very, very good accomplishment. Great work, young man. Great work. Way to go. So, yeah, this is just very, very exciting.
It's fabulous news.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
Well, we thought we thought that differential we could train, but we weren't sure if we could train it in 10 sessions even.
Right.
You just don't know that, because this differential is probably one that was prevalent pre-birth.
Right. Okay.
And so he's what, 10, 9?
10.
10. So, for 10 years that's been the dominant pattern, and now he's changed it in one day.
Wow. That's like unbelievable.
So it's phenomenally good.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So even after the first day, we noticed changes in my son's level of energy and his emotions. And yes, definitely he was having fun picking on his sister, much to her enjoyment. And so the training continued over the next 4 days.
One issue, these are the low frequencies in the assessment, the light area.
Right.
And the issue is that they're totally incoherent.
Okay.
They're not functioning together. The left and the right brain are not functioning together.
Right.
And this is the temporal lobe, which is the autonomic nervous system.
Right.
So until the autonomic nervous system gets balanced from all the frequency groups relatively, we can't get bodily functions balanced.
Right.
Or controlled.
Right.
In 1 week, he's gone from this form to that form, which is almost perfect. Not quite,
right,
but almost. As you see the right side here, the right side is fight or flight.
Right.
And he's gone to a parasympathetic instead of a sympathetic dominant state. So he's been able to apply the brake slightly, when the brake wasn't applied at all before.
Right.
It was just the gas.
Okay.
And when you're going full force all the time, everything's tight.
Right.
And you lack flexibility.
Right.
That cerebral cortex is closing.
Okay.
And those connections are happening.
Excellent.
Now. Yes, it's dramatic and it's synchronized. Left and right are working together.
Wow. Fabulous.
That's a huge step.
Okay.
I didn't think we could probably do this in 20 or 30 sessions.
Wow. Good work.
Now that we've got it in 10,
right,
now I don't know how far he might go in the next couple weeks.
Right.
It means he'll be able to do sequential processing much better.
Okay.
And he'll be able to begin thinking through things.
Right, right.
Instead of just reacting to them.
Ah, okay.
But what conclusions he might come to, you might not like. Okay? That's the other side that you have to be prepared for.
Right.
He might be taking some risks that he didn't take before.
Okay, okay. Okay, good.
He might be having expressions of emotions that he didn't have before.
Right. Which he is already.
Yeah.
That's definitely, he's being much more
assertive.
I was going to say demanding was the word that came to mind, but assertive, yes. And saying, no, this is what I want now.
Assertive is the good thing.
Yes, that's the good way of saying it.
I can't tell you the exact amount.
Right.
But certainly 3 times, certainly 300%, but in most cases 500 to 1,000%.
Right.
More capability to learn than he did 7 days ago.
Okay. Wow.
Everybody here, right, and you all are with him every day, all day, so you might not see some of the changes.
Right.
But everybody here is ecstatic.
Oh, good.
We see all the expressions now that we didn't see on day 1.
Right.
You know, for you, he was somewhat animated at times.
Yes.
But your somewhat animated wasn't, for me, animated at all.
Right, right.
Because I saw the blank wall.
Right.
And the blank stare.
Yeah.
You could see beyond that.
Yes.
And interpret it.
Yes.
And that's what you understood when you saw him and experienced him.
Exactly.
We didn't.
Exactly.
We experienced a blank wall.
Right.
Now, well, it's pretty obvious.
Yes.
But the wonder of all this is that brain change.